Hello. I'm Nancy Smith Mattox, broadcasting from Little Rock, Arkansas on WYTV7 in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm so excited today. We have some beautiful women entrepreneurs that are going to be talking about what's very special to their heart. We're going to allow them to shine their light on their organization and their causes today. And I'm so excited. I'm excited for the world to hear about this and see this. But before we start, let me talk a little bit about WYTV7. We are a nonprofit, and we are participating in Giving Tuesday on November the 27th. So our guests that are coming up are also participating in Giving Tuesday. So you have two different things you can choose from on Giving Tuesday. So thank you for that. Our nonprofit donations are used to broadcast our shows on WYTV7 worldwide. We have millions of viewers that watch our shows and listen to our shows internationally and worldwide. So I'm real excited today. So without further ado, we have a lot to talk about. So let me introduce my guests today. The first one is Adriana Granados, and I apologize if I butchered your name. She is the owner and founder of Pix Gift. We'll talk a little bit more about that too. And then the very special person that I've been talking to, and I'll probably say her name wrong too. It's Itzyana. Is that it? Itzyana Ramirez, and she is a public relations person for Pix Gifts. So I'm very excited that she contacted us here at Shine Your Light Radio Ministry and WYTV7 for us to interview her. These are some important causes that are coming up, and we want to be sure that we give everyone a chance to take advantage of that, okay? So without further ado, let's talk a little bit. I think, Ms. Ramirez, you're going to be the spokesperson today, and of course, Ms. Granados, I want you to kick in anytime you can and help answer. Tell us a little bit about Pix Gift and what it is. I did read one thing that gave me a hint as I was doing my research, and it says a picture is worth 1,000 words. But with Pix Gift, those pictures can also be worth thousands of dollars, or friends for a cause. And I absolutely love that. I'm all about that. I'm all about giving. I've worked for a nonprofit for 25 years, so I know exactly what it's like to try to get donations to grow your business. So talk a little bit about that first.
Thank you, Nancy, for having us today. I really appreciate this because one of our motivations is to inspire people to give and go beyond themselves. So the story of Pix Gift began when two college students wanted to raise money for a mission trip. And with a digital mosaic, people could participate, and at the same time, they could contribute to a cash gift. So the students were not only able to raise more money than expected, but also surprisingly, we achieve a high level of engagement and a sense of community. So when we learned that sadly 60% of the online fundraising campaigns fail because they rely purely in a transactional experience that treat donors as if they were ATM machines. So we wanted to do something about that and help organizations to connect with supporters in a more personal level, an emotional level. So they could improve engagement, facilitate community building, and raise money for worthy causes like yours. So Pix Gift is an interactive and visual platform where creativity meets community to engage, fund, and acknowledge donors, because most of the time we forget to say thank you in a different way. So through easy-to-use giving boards, we create collective visual experiences to inspire a community to come together and achieve a common goal. And that common goal can be a fundraiser or a friend raiser, because you need to inspire people to support a cause. So we exist to allow donors to see and feel their impact. And if the organization wants to take the extra mile, we use those pictures in murals, posters, thank you notes, to recognize donors, but also to send the message that every single person is a part of something bigger. Because together we are stronger.
That's just, that's so fantastic. After I talked to Miss Ramirez and I started researching, I'm like, this is so fascinating. Just really, really fascinating. And just from my perspective as a person that was viewing it and getting prepared for this interview, what PixGift really does is it'll take your picture and put it on some type of a platform, and you donate. And when you donate, the millions of pictures that get on there create the picture of what you're trying to accomplish, your campaign. Mm-hmm. It's really fascinating. It's wonderful what it's really doing. I thoroughly enjoyed reviewing the webpage and looking at everything, and it makes you want to donate. And here at WYTV7, what we say is if we reach one, we've done our job. But in your case, it's like it could be 150, 200, 1,000 pictures, little tiny pictures, like a pixel put on there, and it narrows it down, and then it makes the big picture, which is the goal of the campaign. I think that's absolutely magnificent. But I want to talk a little bit more about PixGift in a few minutes, but I want to go into your new campaign that you're releasing, which is for Giving Tuesday, by the way. It says y'all launched the Giving Smiles campaign on October the 20th, and as a part of the World Walk Challenge for Giving Tuesday. And what I'd like to talk about is Giving Smiles campaign, because I love that. I just think a smile opens everyone's heart. I always have. I've always been that way since I was a child. So let's talk a little bit about that. The purpose of Giving Smiles campaign was to raise funds to send to SONRIE, SONRIE, which says smile in English, an organization composed of young professionals who's to dedicate their time and resources and skills to help an orphanage that houses 30 children in Tijuana, Mexico. Now, if you tell me that's not needed right now in this day and time, and Tijuana's got a lot of people that are headed to their city, there's going to be more orphans. This is a very reputable cause and a very good campaign right now. So go ahead and let's talk about the Giving Smiles campaign.
So like you mentioned, our Giving Smiles campaign is pretty much, we want to spread smiles and collect smiles pretty much to send a postcard to these young professionals in Los Angeles, California. They are, selflessly dedicating I guess you can say volunteering their time, their resources, their skills to these children, not only the children, but the orphanage. They're expanding the orphanage. They are creating a mentorship program for the children so that they can pursue a higher education. So the idea of Giving Smiles is to send them a postcard, not necessarily raising money, but it is encourage that people raise money, because these, like I said, these young individuals they're professionals, and every 3 months they go to Tijuana, Mexico, to dedicate their time to these kids and rebuilding the orphanage. And right now their big project is that they want to put a new roof over the orphanage because it's crumbling down. And we want to be able to help out in the small way that we can. So the goal is to not only raise as many smiles to send the postcard, but also raise as much money as we can to help them out, even if it's in a little way, to alleviate from having to use their own resources, which they are selflessly doing and aren't even asking us to do this for them. We're doing this out of the kindness of our heart and because we believe in this campaign and their organization.
Well, that brings up a couple of more questions for me. I'm just so inquisitive, but it will help the audience understand more about Pick's Gift and more about your campaigns and what you do. Like I said, I think it's magnificent, and I love giving smiles. I just think that's awesome. It sounds like you help the small people too, because the goal of this campaign is $1,500. And it could be international campaign when this show airs. Yeah. So that impresses me that you're going to help small small foundations and small nonprofits get the money that they need, because not all of us need 30 or 40,000 in our campaigns. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we just have a specific thing that we want to do, like build a roof, and $1,500. I mean, that should be a very obtainable goal as far as I'm concerned. So tell us a little bit about how you feel about that. And I know that you have other campaigns that are international. So tell us a little bit about that and how that works.
Well,
so essentially what we do is we have what we call a giving board, which is what you were explaining. It's kind of like a grid, and each tile you can put your picture. And so that's how we essentially we raise supporters and money. And we tend to go towards, like you said, the smaller foundations, because big foundations have their presence. Everyone knows big foundations like the American Cancer Society or the big Avon Breast Cancer Awareness Walk. Like, everyone knows these organizations, and they're doing great things for their causes. But then there's smaller organizations that are local that don't get as much attention. And Pick's Gift tries to help them in that sense, so that they, have the extra revenue and have the extra supporters. Because if you go knocking on the same door for big donors, those donors are going to get tired after a while of giving the same amount, as human beings, we grow tired of the same routine. So in order to keep those organizations going, we try to introduce them to new followers. Even if they give $5, those are $5, $5 extra dollars that you have for your organization and your cause.
And I would like to add also, Nancy, that the world is evolving at the speed of technology. And nonprofits should too, because they need to embrace a younger generation of donors in philanthropy. And because they are so focused on corporate giving and large donors, they are leaving behind this young generation that they want to do something to make a better world. But so if we don't start doing something in that regard, in a few years, these nonprofits that are so focused on the big dollars, they will have a non-sustainable model. So the purpose of Pick's Gift is to provide a donor-centered approach through tools, education, and tactics to help organizations identify and acquire new donors, and include a younger generation like Itzyana, that she may want to volunteer or be an ambassador of a nonprofit organization to make the transition to digital fundraising. So it's a concept that we are including everybody. We are, as you see, we are a diverse group in nationalities, even in every single. All the time we think that embracing other people in a common goal is more powerful in so many ways. And giving smiles in this case is because they are hidden heroes that with their own hands, they are building this orphanage. So as Itzyana said, bringing awareness of all those organizations that they are doing a lot of things, like your organization, you are doing a lot of things to bring the goodness of people out. So we want to support that in many ways. So every single nonprofit for us is different and has a different mission. So we use the images in a way to communicate that.
Wow. I still think it's just wonderful, and I'm going to love it when people look at your website and see what you really do. Here at WYTV7, we have a very diverse group, too. We have one broadcaster that broadcasts out of Singapore. So, and he has millions of followers all over the world, and he does a show with us weekly. So we have a lot of diversity here at WYTV7. And it's funny that you say $5 donation, because that's what we key on too. We say a $5 donation goes a long way. And if people know they don't have to give hundreds of dollars, especially young people, they do have a giving heart and a giving spirit, but they don't have the money to give like that. So if they could give $5, $5 a week or $5 a month to whomever they're trying to promote, that's just absolutely fantastic. And also, our campaign for Giving Tuesday is the financial literacy to help people manage and budget their finances and their health and wellness. And we have a health and wellness campaign, too, that also was launching nutrition and how to eat and be well. So we have kind of two things that we're hinging off of. One of them is really financial literacy, which is what I love, because I help people publish their books, and I've published books myself. I have 3 published books, so I really love that. But I want to go back a little bit to Shine Your Light, too, and let you know that Shine Your Light, that's what we do. That is what we do. We allow people to come in, and we allow them to shine their light to the world so we can help other people. That is our only focus. And I'm always saying a $5 donation goes a long way, because if you get, if you get 100 of them, that's $500. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. So, and I also like what you said too about being a fundraiser or a friend raiser. That's great too, because part of our existence is having more people view our stuff. And the more friends and people that we can get to view it when they do have money, they'll think about that to donate to our causes. So that's just fantastic. Let's see. I want to go back to Giving Smiles, a little bit more of that campaign. And can you just tell us a little bit about how the Giving Board works, how it works, and use the Giving Smiles campaign as an example?
So like we mentioned earlier, we want to elaborate more on what a giving board is. So essentially what it is, it's a mosaic. You can say it's a mosaic, and it's on a grid, and then the background of the grid, it's a picture of what represents your cause. It could be your logo, it could be a child. Like, for example, our Giving Smiles campaign has a smiling child, because that's what we're trying to raise money for. We're spreading smiles to raise money for for these people that are rebuilding the orphanage. So you choose a tile on the grid to upload your picture that covers the background picture. And essentially everyone adds their picture and it covers it up. And you get to interact, press on the little tiles, on the various tiles, and see the people that are also contributing to the cause. It's just a fun way to interact, as opposed to the donate button that is just, you click on it, you upload your information, and then you're done. And you don't even see what you're contributing to. And what the Giving Board does is it makes it more personal, and you get to see the community that you're building, and you get to see the impact that you're building, that your small donation is causing. And it could be either, like you said, a friend raiser, or it can be turned into a fundraiser. So for Giving Smiles, it's an optional donation. You don't necessarily have to donate, but even like if you want to donate $1, it goes towards a bigger cause. So as long as you upload your picture and give that $1, you still are part of the community that is in the Giving Board.
And actually the idea of the Giving Board is to make people participate, because the whole act of giving is every single person makes a change. And that participation for us is key. So every time that we start a Giving Board for a nonprofit, like let's say yours, we will discuss with your organization which call to action fits better your organization, so we can ask people to participate and show their advocacy for your mission in a more different way, so they can spend a little bit more time with the organization. It's not just click and I am done. It requires a little bit more time of people, in the sense that they have to get involved. But that involvement is key when you are raising money, because of the ownership makes people to recall your mission after it is done.
Right. Wow. I just love that. I think it's so, it's just wonderful. I want to go off the path just a little bit and invite people that are listening and that are viewing this video to please contact me and let me know if you would like to be a guest on Shine Your Light Radio Ministry on WYTV7, because we interview a lot of people, and a lot of your clients may want to come on to pitch their nonprofits and their campaigns too. And we would love to have that, as it's coming up on Giving Tuesday. We have just things like you can give food and money and volunteer, and now we're going to say we can give smiles. So, because that's one thing I really love that, and that'll put an emphasis on your campaign too. But anyway, I like the concept of people helping people. That's what I've done all my life, all my career in the nonprofit world. Is I've always said it's people helping people. So, tell me a little bit about the large campaign, which is World Walk Challenge, which is a pretty large one for y'all, and encompassed in there is the Sunry campaign, the Giving Smiles campaign. So let's talk a little bit about that.
So our World Walk Challenge, is pretty much, our Giving Smiles is under the umbrella of our World Walk Challenge. As of now, we're doing it for Giving Tuesday, which another thing that we're doing for Giving Tuesday is we're giving a platform for nonprofits that want to kind of cut through the noise of Giving Tuesday, because it's such a big event and so many people are having their campaigns. We just want to give them a little platform for them to, like you guys are doing, have their organization shine. So what they do is they start their own campaign and they raise money for their own causes, but essentially the tiles are worth 1 mile. So the amount of tiles that they get, they're adding miles to the World Walk. So it's not necessarily an actual walk, it's a virtual walk. So you can, yes.
Yeah, so you are pledging, every single person pledged to walk a mile or walk more than 1 mile. Mm-hmm. So all the people together, we are walking around the world. So all the additions of those miles is the World Walk Challenge. And so it doesn't matter if you are in Arkansas and Libby is in Charlotte and we are in Winston-Salem. Every single person can walk for their own causes, but in addition, they are adding miles to the World Walk.
Mm-hmm. So essentially, it's you can be here or you can be in China, but you're walking for one same cause. So we want to bring nonprofits together and show that, we all have one common thing, and that is to make a better world. And for us, that we're doing that through the World Walk Challenge to not only help out these individuals, but also bring together a group of people that may have thought that they don't even have anything in common.
Wow. I guess I didn't realize that, and I've researched it quite a bit, but it is a virtual walk, World Walks. I love that. And when you participate in that, you get your picture on the grid. Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, we if you are a nonprofit, we give you a giving board just for you.
Okay, I got you.
So you are raising money for your mission, but at the same time, all the people that are participating with your mission, they are also adding miles to the walk. So let's say that you have a nonprofit that raised 500 miles because you filled 500 tiles of that giving board. And another nonprofit had a giving board of 200. At the end, we between all of us, we are walking 700 miles.
Wow.
But the money that you raise on your own personal giving board goes to your cause.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. I love that.
So we want to walk 25,000 miles.
That would be awesome. Oh, my word. And nobody's really walked a mile, but they've done it virtually. I love that. So tell me, Miss PR, Miss Public Relations,
yes,
how you're doing this. How do you market your stuff?
Well, essentially, it's more of, you have to tell your story. People are inclined to listen to you if you tell a story. If you even notice, if you tell children once upon a time, they have your full undivided attention. So the way that we market this is, telling the stories of not only ourselves as Pix Gift, but also the organizations. So what I've been doing is pretty much, sharing the story with everyone that I know, everyone that I would feel is interested. And, if it touches somebody's heart and it connects with them, then they are on board. They want to know what they can do. And especially with a story like the one for Sonríe. Just when we heard that story, we were like, wow, we really want to do something for them. They're these group of young individuals that are, around my age range or even older, and they're dedicating their time and skills for something that is much bigger than themselves. And so it's all about, like I said, it's all about the way that you tell the story, or the way that you, or the people that you contact at the right time, at the right place. When I contacted you, it was because the day I contacted Libby, it was a day that I received an email about your broadcast. And so everything just really coincided. It was like something sent from God that, it just landed there. So,
wow.
And we want to make you walk around the world, because just helping other people, as Itzyana said, I'm presenting stories of people that maybe they don't have the exposure, or expose them to a different audience makes the whole difference. So for us, it's very important, people like you, to help us connect with many nonprofits, because all of them have different missions, but we can work all together really, we need to make a better world at this time of especially at this time of the year too.
Yes. Well, that's too. We have so much in common. That's what WYTV7 does. We allow people to talk to us in real life, real talk, tell their stories. And it's amazing the people that you can touch, and just reach out and touch, because you're allowing them to share their story. And I don't hold back anything when I have a person on here that's been through. We've had a lot of domestic violence, murder, drugs, all kinds of things. But that's the people that I'm attracted to, because their story can help keep other people from taking that same path. And it's all about helping other people. We educate them and empower them and encourage them to help other people. So it fits right in with what y'all are doing too. And that's why I'm so happy that you're here with me today. We're almost out of time. The last thing I'd like to do is let you share your information, your contact information with us. And when Miss Libby will actually put it on the show, like on a banner, and have it up there for people to see. So what would you like for us to do?
Well, you can go to our website, pixgift.com, and to actually go to the campaign, the Giving Smiles campaign, you go to pixgift.com/smile.
Or if you want to register for the World Walk, you can go to pixgift.com/World Walk, And so you can enter your information there, and we will get in touch with you to create your own giving board and get you started so you can walk around the world.
Wow, I just love that. So anyway, Pix Gift is PIXGIFT.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you so much being here today and sharing this with us. I'm going to just pray that we reach a lot of people, and a lot of people see this all over the world. They usually do. And that you get more and more participation. I love the Giving Smiles campaign, and I think that you're going to reach that goal very quickly. And let's remember again that it's all about Giving Tuesday right now through November the 27th for all the nonprofits that are participating, including y'all. And I would just like to tell you one more thing. Shine Your Light has a prison ministry. And what we do is we go in and we teach the incarcerated and the prisoners how to write their books. We have a program that we can give to them, and when they respond to that program, we can actually format their book and use their responses to publish their story in their book. So that's really my cause right now of what I'm going for, is to try to earn money to cover the publishing costs, which is not very much. We're not doing it to make money. We're doing it so they can get their stories out. And our hope and our prayer is that their stories and their books that they produce will be an income stream for them, so that when they re-enter society, they have an income stream, as well as it can help younger people not take the same path that they did. And I'm focusing a whole lot on women's prisons right now. I'm starting to get really involved with the women's prisons and the way that they're treated and things like that. So I'm real excited about that prisoner publishing ministry that I have too. So I thank you so much. Do you have any closing words for us?
No, well, Nancy, thank you for having us. You triggered my imagination for the book campaign. So I will get in touch with you because I have an idea, so you can raise money for this.
Well, that would be awesome. Thank you. And let's try to all work together and try to see if we can't get more people involved. And this show will probably go a long way with WYTV7's distribution. So I'm so excited for y'all, and I thank you so much for taking some time out to spend with me today. Okay.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you.
Okay. Thank you too.
Thank you. Bye.